and welcome back to VGA. We are back in business. We're bringing it back. I'm here with the boys, my team, Geo, Riot, Legends, and Full Eclipse, and myself, Sifu. How are we all feeling to have the gang back together, finally bringing back the podcast, boys?
It's
It has
nice,
literally,
Took us long
been
enough.
2 fucking years.
It took us long
Almost
enough.
2 years, no?
It
You
has
guys
been
don't
2
fucking play.
years.
Sebastian still doesn't have a computer. Like, we're doing great, bro.
Yep.
I mean, Gage got
two
a
years?
webcam though.
2
Just
years in the
saying.
webcam? That's kind of a feat.
That is true. That is true.
Gio
Hey,
can
though,
hit
2
a
years
Mortal on Valorant,
and
but doesn't have webcam. I don't know. I love you, buddy.
2 years, and the only thing
Uh,
that has improved is our looks. The only thing that's improved.
very true.
Very true.
I'm
I mean,
unemployed
you
right
can't
now, so
tell
I got
on
unemployed
Geo, but
weird.
I tell
He's
you.
telling
Oh yeah, that man Geo.
bro.
Give
do
like
it on live
no.
picture.
All right, though. Then we're gonna go ahead and jump straight up in for a few games that are coming out. The main big one that's been hitting the storm right now is Marvel Rivals. The Marvel Overwatch team-based game, I guess you could say.
It's like a Marvel hero
yeah.
shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marvel hero shooter is way better than a team shooter, but yeah. How are we feeling about that? I know the beta or the alpha recently came out.
It looks,
cool. You can tell it needs a lot of work, but like it still looks really cool. Because like everything's like really overpowered on it. Like
100%.
things die so fast. Like a few shots from like Spider-Man is enough to kill like the squishier characters.
Yeah. And like visual wise, like it looks very much like a mobile game, but you could play it on PC.
I kind of feel like I was thinking this earlier. I feel like the reason it doesn't look like it has much budget, because wouldn't it kind of be better if it didn't, so people who didn't have that great of computers could still play it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure
it runs on an i5, which isn't bad, but it's still like up to date with like most of the games that come out.
Yeah, most games nowadays.
Like Overwatch 2 and stuff like that. Because it moves like you're moving fast as fuck. Like I was watching like Sinatra and shit, and like he's playing Black Panther, and like he's just dashing through people, like, and then 2 seconds later he's spinning across the map, like just like I could barely keep up with it, like watching it. So
I mean, basically, if you can run Overwatch 2, you'll definitely be able to run this game.
I think the classes for the certain characters is. I think the classes for the.
Oh, I fucking died. Okay.
Right, well, he's lagging, but all right. I mean, the interesting thing I've seen in the game is like a lot of the roles and stuff. Don't really like add up like traditionally. Like it's not like supports are just all healers, and like I don't know, tanks are weird.
Which is cool.
Supports are like they're like still in the support category, but they're called like I think it said specialists. I think they're called.
Specialists?
Yeah, I think that's what they're called. The game looks really crazy fast paced.
Yeah, I'm curious what they're gonna do with like a lot of these characters, like, cause it's just like, like I was talking to my team earlier, and I was saying like, they need to add like, cause there's this one like DC game that it was a MOBA, and they would add different universes like of the same characters, but they would put them in different roles and shit. And he was telling me like they have like a different version of Spider-Man already.
Yeah, Penny B. Parker. Like she was in the Into the Spider-Verse movie, the girl with the mech, but she's actually playable in the Marvel's Rivals game, even though she's Spider-Man, just a different version of Spider-Man. So like that could kind of mean that like we might see like one version of Thor, and then there might be like another Thor that's like a different. It's still Thor, just a different version of Thor. This maybe might be a different class.
Like that stuff like seems cool.
Yeah, I definitely like the concept of like having the ability to choose like any like amount of different roles instead of being locked into like the system that Overwatch has now been locked into, where you got to play 1 tank, 2 healers, 2 DPS. Like being able to like choose your own like comps and figure out like what works is always like a nice treat. Sorry to cut you off.
I mean,
no.
Oh, okay.
No, like I mean, dude, what has happened to Overwatch is so miserable, and like I feel like as long as every like team shooter that comes out knows what they're doing to not be in that spot, because Overwatch, like we were talking about it earlier actually, like stuff like Brig and Overwatch ruined the game, and they couldn't like remove the character or anything like that because like you're just not gonna remove a character like everyone's put work into and stuff like that. And then like obviously reworking and stuff like that's not simple or easy all the time. So I hope like it's none of that case, because that's what sucks about team shooters the most, is when you get trapped in that meta where it's just like goats meta in Overwatch. You know, if anyone played that shit,
Yeah.
like stuff like that was so long. It took like 9 months, 10 months for anyone to even like have a counter to it, and it was map dependent most of the time on the counters. Like it was miserable, but the game doesn't look like it would have those type of problems so far.
I mean, the counter argument that you could say to that though is that like almost all, if not like most of the games, like will have that period where like the top of the top players are gonna find like some sort of like flaw in the system and like just cheese it. Like that's in every game though.
Yeah, that's where like, you know, that's what's called like meta of like what's top. But this is where the game devs come in and actually try to knock the top characters down a notch to try and like
Yeah, hit them with the
balance.
nerf.
Truthfully, that's like, yeah, it's
And
like
then
all
like
balance.
characters that are like
Overwatch
bottom
was
tier,
not
you like buff them up.
Overwatch was not doing that. Overwatch was not doing that during Goats meta. Like Gage was saying, it was taking 9 to 10 months before even they did something about it. And by that point, the Overwatch League was just very boring to watch. Overwatch is getting kind of boring because they're not making the right decisions, and it just took way too long. And slowly, the game just inherently died.
Yeah.
And now we have Overwatch 2. And we have Overwatch 2, and we all know
And
how
the
that's
game
going.
still sucks.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into
Yo, I think when it
the
comes
list of
to
that.
the new like Marvel game that's coming out though, one thing I'm looking forward to, like since we were talking about the Spider Man, like different characters and stuff, like what do we think the roster is gonna look like? Because if they're already adding like her to the game, like I don't know, it could be kind of nice.
I hope they add Nova. Nova's one of my favorite Marvel superheroes.
Yeah, like like they have to obviously do that balance between like really popular characters that they don't have yet, and then they have to do like characters that also don't get spotlight as much as they should or whatever. Like, yeah, because like they already have like Loki and shit, like Spider-Man, Captain, or not Captain America, but Iron Man. Like,
Oh, Captain America isn't on there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
you know, they have Rocket Raccoon, Star Lord. Like these are characters like Star Lord and Rocket Raccoon on like release, like two like Guardians of the Galaxies, but not having like all the Avengers. Like that's like it's interesting to me because it's
Oh,
just like
there's 3 of them
they have
actually.
so much room to do so much. Like they have Doom on there, like Doctor Doom. They have Hulk. They have
Doctor Doom would be
Groot.
dope.
Groot's
Yeah,
on there.
but that's like such
Doctor
a cool
Strange is on
thing
there.
with like a already existing like IP. Like it's like the Overwatch like theme, but like with their own spin on it. Plus it's just like it's Marvel IP. So instead of creating like brand new characters, you just get to take from like already existing things, already existing abilities, and kind of try to make it work into a hero shooter instead of just like, you know, creating like completely new ideas. And maybe the ideas don't fucking work like half the time, but it's like cool to see like what they come up with.
All right, now this
Honestly,
is something that we were talking about off of the VOD. Like me and Gage and Mike, you were talking about this, but I would love to hear like the others' opinion. So I was saying that it would be cool if they did something where like, depending on like your team composition, like let's say they like all of you guys are running like X-Men. If you were to get like some sort of like boost, or some sort of like reward for using all of those like synergy characters. Of course, not making it like completely broken, but what do you guys think about that for like team composition? Like if you're on like all X-Men, I don't know, whole team gets like X amount of like defense or something. Like I don't know.
there is sort of something, from what I've seen. I think we've seen in the trailers and whatnot. Like team, like duo ultimates working with each other. Like in the trailer, you see Groot and Rocket Raccoon like ulting together, like him on his back and things like that. So I can see with like full team boost composition is working, but I think for balance, I think it's probably good if they stay away from that. If they want to have fun, put it in there. But
I was
it,
yeah
it's,
like
I mean,
no, you keep going.
it's a
Sorry.
team-based game, hero shooter, so I mean, like people are gonna be
And
competitive
competitive
about it,
at that.
and I think there should definitely be a good look of competitive side, and then the casual fun side. That way, no overlapping of like bad balancing happens, in my opinion.
I think what I was saying to Sebastian, instead of like defense or like stats, like it's just like your characters interact differently, like with like your abilities, like because you're saying like the Rocket Raccoon and like Groot thing. I didn't know that honestly. I just really like recently discovered this game, and I didn't really watch gameplay until today, and I watched a decent amount. Unfortunately, like the streamer I was watching, like his queue times were like fucking over 10 minutes and shit because he was like 6 stacking and ranked. But I don't know, like there's just a lot of cool stuff in that. Like I've seen like Doctor Strange, like he can make a portal to somewhere on the map, and like it just opens up a portal, and you can see where you're about to walk into, and you just hop through the portal. Like that was cool as hell. Like
What
I
I
didn't
was
expect that.
what I was saying about the portal thing, and I could just be like, I'm just really spitballing because the portal on Doctor Strange looks really well done, and like portals on like multiplayer like games with more than just like 2 or 3 players wasn't done really right until Splitgate did it, and like I kind of feel like maybe they like might have took a little bit of inspiration from Splitgate because Splitgate did the portals really well on the multiplayer.
Yeah, like for example, like in Overwatch, they had the Symmetra teleporter, and it's like you kind of just click over it, and you just teleport wherever the fuck the portal is. You know, and it got to
Yeah.
the point where people were trolling you. Like people would put the portal at the end of the fucking map, and you just walk through the portal, and you're just dead because the second you press teleport, you're just
Is
basically on the
it
ledge. Like at least there's none of that in the game. Like you're not gonna have that
is the
problem.
Doctor Strange portal like able to like have abilities and like shit go through it, or do we
I
know
have
Yeah.
yet?
no. I have no.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I
I
would,
Okay,
think so.
I would
so
assume so from some of the gameplay I watched.
well,
It
based on
looks
like
like an active portal, so I would not be surprised if you could shoot through it or whatever. Like it's
okay,
like
like
literally like you're looking into where you're teleporting in, like you see the whole scene, like you're spectating it almost.
yeah, that would lead to like some pretty like cool comps, like where you just get Doctor Strange to throw down portals for you, so you can just fucking like dink off like enemies. Like I haven't looked too like far into the game. I definitely think it has like a lot of potential, especially like if they're using like unique ideas from other like games like Splitgate to like try to emphasize like other like team comps and everything.
They did.
All right,
I
though. Every single one of us, what we think are like dream character to join in for the Marvel Rivals game.
I
I know.
already said
Just
Nova.
one, just one. My team
Dream?
wants Nova.
Moon Knight would be cool.
Moon Knight would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. I want Doctor Doom, truthfully.
Pretty sure he's in there.
Yeah, I think he's in,
Yeah,
or at
I
least
seen
like
him
a
with
model.
He's in there?
I seen
The
a
training
bot of him,
dummies
at
are like
least.
Doom bot thingies.
Yeah, I seen like a Doom bot at least. Like I seen like a bot, and I'm pretty. And they had Iron Man as a bot, and I'm pretty sure he's in there.
Nah,
Yeah,
for
Iron
me,
Man's in.
the person that I would want, for sure, is he's one of the X-Men. I would want Nightcrawler.
Oh, Nightcrawler would
That
be
would be
cool with
dope.
the teleporting
Uh,
That
gun.
would be dope.
Man, let's see. Fuck. I mean, I don't even think Wolverine's in there yet either. That'd be cool.
No, but
Yeah.
he has to be in the game. Like there's no way.
Wolverine was one of the.
Deadpool would be cool.
I mean, he'll probably get added soon, but
Is
he's
Cable
not
in
in
the
as of
game?
now.
Deadpool would be like a hybrid like ADC melee attack, which like I don't think they have yet. Like I just see you're either ranged or you're like melee attack, like dashing and shit.
Hulk kind of works like Diva a little bit. Like there's like Baby Hulk where he's just Bruce Banner with a gun and then he transforms into Hulk.
Is Cable in the game yet?
I don't think so. I haven't seen Cable.
I think Cable would be one of the characters. Cable or like Domino.
that's like your style of Marvel, like that the X-Men stuff that you're kind
X-Men,
because
yeah.
like people
Like
be
X-Men
like
would
fans
work
of
really well in
Marvel
that
and
game.
stuff. Oh wait, my bad.
Or Gambit, if Gambit's not already in the game.
Oh,
Oh,
after the X-Men 97 like episode, like definitely him. He's sick too.
I'm more of an Avengers kind of Marvel guy over X-Men.
Well, like I like mostly Spider-Man, and then X-Men kind of like on the side.
Well,
Avengers,
Spider-Man has been like in X-Men like comics and Avengers comics, so like Spider-Man is just kind of all over the place.
yeah.
I will say, I don't know. Gio, what was your character? You said Moon Knight, right?
Yeah, I said Midnight.
Yeah, I will say, you know, the character ideas and stuff is really exciting, but my biggest concern from watching the game, balance looks like really crazy on that game. Like I'm seeing like Spider-Man like one-shot people. I'm seeing people get away because the game is just so fucking fast. It's just like it's hard to keep up. Like it's almost to the point where like if you put like a average player in the game, like are they gonna be able to kill fucking Rocket Raccoon or something that's like fucking just running like, or like Black Panther who's like dashing 24/7, like just like, like that type of stuff gets frustrating. And people are like, a lot of people don't have like a lot of health in that game, and that shit gets like kind of concerning because it's like it looks cool, the idea looks cool in the game, but like from I was like watching people play and stuff like that, like I hope like they have like a good balance with that shit because that
Yeah.
really looks like the
I
only potential risk of that whole game.
I think the main thing to know also here is that it is an alpha, just for
Yeah.
everyone to know. Not just us in here, but to people listening, it is an alpha. So only thing we can do is just wait and
Yeah.
hope that people give feedback that I've already been playing. Hopefully they give out some more code so we can play that and truthfully give our honest
I've been
opinion
trying,
about it.
bro. I've
I
been
have
grinding streams
also
for
been trying. I've
drops.
also been trying.
Because apparently I think I heard if you get your code and then you get to like level 6, you get like another code that you can invite someone.
Yeah.
That's
Mm.
what I
Oh
heard.
wow.
All right though.
So what? Would the
Uh,
other person who was invited by your code be able to do that too, or no?
I have no idea.
That would be
Yeah.
crazy. You could just start a chain reaction of players.
All right though. Marvel Rivals. Hopefully we get codes to play that. Moving on. Smite 2 alpha currently just happened about I think a week ago, last weekend. Um, I know some people have been able to play test it already early. Me and my team, but I don't know if anyone here has played it, the alpha, or have seen gameplay
Hey
of
man,
it.
let me tell
I've
you, what a
seen
great
gameplay.
game.
Listen,
But
bro.
Smite 2, man, it's coming up, man. It's like a whole sequel. It looks amazing.
It does look good.
Listen, I'ma just like come out and say it. Legacy
Oh, man.
gems. Are we fucking serious, bro?
Ah.
Legacy gems.
Yeah.
Got like a lot of the roster just not there. Come on now. Like this is like that's great. Like listen, I understand what you're saying. I've done the research. Like I've heard high res's side. I've heard content creator side. I've heard like I'd be on Twitter just looking at all this shit. I've like listened to YouTube videos and I understand it was a lot to like work on. And since it's a new engine, like that's what it is. But man, I'm telling you right now, those legacy gems is what's pissed me off the most. I can be fine with the God releases for the most part because
10
like
years.
I have faith in Hi-Rez if this game like came out on like open beta and they had like player base jump back up to like peak Smite days and shit like that, would they be able to take the money and like push out gods a lot, like release them? Maybe. And I hope that's the case. But like the gems and shit, the skins being completely like wiped clean like that, I've never heard a game do that before. So it's like Hi-Rez is definitely doing some new shit.
Hey man,
But
I will
I
say
miss a lot of my skins. Like when I look at these skins when I play Smite 1, I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna have fucking like Bacchus Santa from fucking
those will
like
come
8
back.
years
Those
ago,
will
bro. Or like,
100% come back. Those
whatever.
will 100% come back.
I don't know,
But
Neo. Sounds like you're just trying to defend your Smite too, man.
I
Everybody's
mean, like,
unhappy with the skins, bro.
I will say, like, Santa Claus, Bacchus, like, those things are gonna come back for like
I hope
holidays.
so.
But like for certain T5s and stuff like that, honestly the more important skins, in my opinion,
That's another
of
thing,
like
like
people spend actual whole bunch of money on. I can
Yeah.
understand the frustration on that side, but it's not like they can't make the skin again. You know what I mean? It just
But how are they going to be able to give it back to you, though?
No,
I
but
mean, they could go to you, look at your Smite 1 data and give the skin back to you, I guess, but will they be willing to do that?
I mean,
and the thing is, bro,
with a new engine and stuff, they put more
at,
work into it.
at this point, I don't want the skin anymore.
Oh.
Like I don't want it again. I don't want it again.
Yeah, like because you
There's
have
no
to
point.
buy it now. That's
Exactly.
like
They're gonna
yes.
make you buy it. They're not gonna give it back to you. Like they're gonna make you buy it again.
hey man,
They're just gonna recycle that shit. That's
I think this legacy
literally how they'll make money. They
this
recycle the
legacy
tier 5
gem
skin.
this legacy gem stuff, I think is a better system than what Overwatch had or has right now because
What Overwatch
that man.
that was so bad compared to this.
Overwatch did the legacy gym things too, basically. I mean, but we just got like none of it. Basically, like it gave you like such a little bit of it. You could only buy like 2 skins with it. It like barely gave you anything.
Yeah, the credits. I mean,
I'd prefer this Smite legacy gem stuff over like, I mean, as far as like new engine, not all God releases there. I prefer this over every other company that has like made a rework of a game. Just the gem side, the gem side. But I understand the frustration of what everyone's going through. I think gameplay wise though, if you actually go out and play it, is pretty interesting because it obviously has a Smite aspects to it, but builds are completely different. It has a league style of like building. The map is pretty different and how like AI NPC reacts. So
I mean, the most interesting thing I've seen for Smite 2 and gameplay is I've been ranting this shit to Neo for like ever since I seen it was like combat blinks in the game, but like they also made it now where if you're using an ability, like most abilities, like you can like blink while like mid using the ability. So like Loki, for example, if he ults and you know how he does his like second animation stab to stun you, you can blink mid ult to hit the stab last second to stun people like from like a distance. So like if you like ults like one person or whatever, and then you blink real quick to like 2 people behind him, it'll hit the stun and stab him. You know, and like same thing like Ymir. Like Ymir, if he throws his like second ability down, blinks mid second ability, it'll like teleport him with his second ability still casting, and it'll like a lot of people
Like
seem to like
double
yeah, like
freeze.
it's not
channeled animations and like channeled ults really benefits off of it. I've seen some pretty sure Gage as well has seen some things online of people not liking the idea because of the main thing it being is a counterplay, and that's just Smite with how competitive it is. Counterplay is a big idea, but honestly, it makes the game fun, and the stats on the item itself. So Smite now has it to where like relics are no longer in the game; they are now implemented in with items. So this is an item, and its stats are pretty bad on it. The stats are not good, but it's the fact that you can blink while like channeling a chockle, and it's just a
yeah,
big
like or Anubis ult,
AOE
like that was
circle slam, and yeah,
Anubis ult
it's
was a
it's
big one.
a
You can literally laser and like 2 seconds in while lasering, you could just blink and still be lasering. Like
yeah. So there was a big controversy over that of like whether if it's good or not. But honestly, I'd say keep it in the game, and like
yeah.
you can argue about like certain ults like one shot or it's like 0 to 100 ults where it's like absolutely no counterplay to it to not have that ability, but like chalk going in and like I think the sound design is pretty good. You can hear almost everything, and like uh sound and communication with the team. Even just wards, you give out free wards. If you see a chalk just randomly ulting behind a wall, you can put 2 and 2 together. He's about to blink.
And it's like League has been doing this for a long ass time, and I know League and Smite are not the same game, but like it creates like that extra like spice to like every fucking like play. Like I know like everyone here playing tier, they're like, all right, let me get this blink in, fearless, combo someone, but it's just like, well, if you get attacked, your blink doesn't work. You have to wait like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. But now like you could like fearless, mid blink to finish the rest of the fearless combo. Like it's gonna make a lot of characters like a lot more spicier and like not only like better, but also harder to like play. Like you get rewarded for doing crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know like all the characters how they're gonna work with it. Like for example, like if you like play Ninja or something and you like alt and you can like somehow get the blink off like mid alt and like redirect it to someone else, like stuff like that seems really like man, it's just gonna up the game to like a whole different level of skill level. And like honestly, I played Smite for a long time and I feel like the skill cap gets capped out to a certain point and it's just like it's nice having like a new element like 10 years later that makes the game a little bit harder for like people.
Because of that change, that it's gonna make like certain characters just like way more, I guess, like not necessary but definitely like viable. Like I just think of someone like Kepri, like with all this crazy stuff that happens, like Kepri, like for his ultimate is probably gonna be like pretty good, just because like someone could really get 0 to 100 quick by like some of these like blink ultimates that could happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's a way of thinking about it, I guess. I just it just opens up the game to so much, like Capri's one, I guess, like and there's like so like once they release like a bunch of other gods, like hopefully by the end of next year they have like 70% of the or 80% of the gods in the game. Like that's what I would hope for. Like that were in Smite 1 at least. Like that'd be great. But
Yeah, they're gonna kind of
Well,
need
like,
to.
dude,
Hey,
like
man.
all the
They're gonna have
gods
to
that
put
were
a, they're
shit in
literally gonna have to
Smite
put a
1,
shift in.
just don't release them in Smite 2 until like near the end. So you have time to rework them and shit. Like that fucking whale god that came out, I heard he is the worst fucking god to ever be designed practically in the fucking game. He's just garbage. Don't release him again. Okay, cool. Like characters like that, or like characters that are too cancer for the combat blink thing, just don't release them until you figure out like a solution.
Yep. But hey, Smite 2. It's still in development. It's I say try it out, give out your own ideas. It's what is it? Unreal Engine? Is that what it is? Unreal Engine
Engine
5.
Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
Unreal Engine
Yeah,
5,
Unreal
baby.
It was on
Catch me at high res soon.
So yeah, I was gonna say, Gia, when are you gonna be working on high res, bro? Fix the game.
I'm not fixing the
When
game,
are you gonna
bro.
fix the game for us,
there.
dog?
I'm there to make it look pretty, okay?
He's there to make those fucking skins.
And
that we're
honestly,
just
it,
gonna live.
it does look very nice. It
Geo
looks
is just a
very
fucking
good.
skin maker.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, yeah, you remember that fucking Santa or fucking Bacchus? Like,
Yeah, I made it
he's
just for you,
coming
bro.
back,
It's
bro.
coming
Like,
back,
he's
bro.
coming
Good for you,
back.
bro.
He's gone in 3 years, but he's coming back right now. Like,
No, I'll probably like what I actually end up doing is like I'll just be working on like how the abilities look, essentially,
yeah,
for like all the
animation.
not even the animations, just like all the effects. I'll just be working on that, which is well, I hope.
Hey man, make raw ult beautiful, bro. That's all I
Oh,
ask
bro,
you, Gio.
I'm gonna make all the
Exactly
raw
that.
ults.
Make it look
Oh,
like
yeah, all
Vegeta's
raw.
Final Flash.
Oh yeah, I probably
Well,
will.
that'd be sick. That'd be sick.
Hopefully.
Bro,
Funny
where's the
story.
Dragon Ball collab, bro?
Raw is Geo's breakout
Bro.
god.
Man,
For
you
everyone
think
that
you
doesn't
think
know.
Hyra's got the money for that, bro?
Dude,
Got
they
the money for that,
they
bro. I'm
sure
still waiting.
do.
I'm still
They
waiting for a
sure do.
SpongeBob collab. What? No, they don't. No, they don't.
Dude, it's
Bro,
just
Reese's Puff got a collab with them. Come on, bro.
I will say,
We're
Hi-Rez managed to get
fucking Reese's
collabs
Puff,
with
bro.
like a lot of people I didn't think they're gonna get collabs with.
yeah. No,
Especially
I
when
think
like
it's
a lot of
definitely
companies
doable.
weren't doing
It's
collabs.
definitely doable. I think it's just whether the other side wants it.
Because the only
Hey man, people have been asking. People have been asking for Seven Deadly Sins collab, SpongeBob collabs, dude. They've been asking for a whole bunch of stuff, dog.
Yeah. No point now until all the gods get back in the game.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
we will-
Yep.
they
we
got their
will not
foot in the
be-
door
That
with
is
like
very true.
TMNT.
I think the thing that they can do, like marketing wise, is like they could do a collab, but it's all like new gods, like being put back into the game. That'd be like a cool thing to do, but
Yeah, man.
I don't think we'll see a collab in Smite 2 for a while.
Can't wait till they
Now,
add
let's
Jesus.
not
based
forget
off of the
that
name.
But hey, what do I know? They're probably planning a collab right now.
Nah, just based off of the name though, if they did a Dragon Ball, like Goku has to be Son Wukong. Like that's literally him.
I mean, yeah, like
Yeah,
that,
it'd be,
that would
teenage
have to be him.
would be cool as hell if it was teenage Goku.
If he ulted, it'd be like he could like look like he was
Power
about to throw
pole.
it. He would look like he was about to throw a spirit bomb at the fucking like ground.
Oh,
Like he's
bro,
like in
Gage is
there,
cooking, dude.
but then
Gage
he
is
comes
Dude,
dope.
down. It was
Gage,
good.
Yeah.
put this guy on the team,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Put this guy on
That
the
should be cool.
design team.
And for the
Shit like
bird,
that.
he gets on Flying Nimbus for the bird.
Yep.
He gets on Nimbus.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the
Nah.
bull form, he can just like he acts like he gets on the
He could do
fucking like dinosaur,
Kaioken.
like he's riding
No,
up
he
on
could
one
do
of the
like
dinosaurs.
Kaioken and do like a charge forward thing, bro. It'd be cool.
Should be dope. Should be dope.
Nah, I was gonna say because
That is true.
they have the episode where like him and Piccolo are like learning how to drive, so like he whips out like the car.
That'd be a little far out, but hey,
That's a stretch. That's
No,
a
no, bro,
stretch.
dude. Like the whole thing is that like he's such a bad driver, like he crashes into the people, so like he's gonna be like wah and like crash.
You
he's
guys
gonna
know
be
more
like,
than
what?
me, but like obviously, like when Sun Wukong does his like animal transformation, it could just be like shit from the Dragon Ball universe too. Like like it doesn't
Fucking
like
dinosaur.
He could turn into Baba.
He's gonna be like, what, Sebastian? Say it again. Say it again.
Wah.
Oh my god.
Dude, imagine like when you know how like when Goku draws like his fucking clone. Like obviously this wouldn't be a thing because it would just be too obvious or whatever. But he just like has like Chi Chi or some shit, just like fucking
Oh my
like
god.
just fucking slapping people with like goddamn like a fucking frying pan or some shit.
Now let's not forget that
Vegeta
Smite
could
1
be like, it would be
is
weird.
still being worked on. Smite 1 is still being worked on, so like these collabs aren't out of the question. They could still come to Smite 1. Let's not forget
Shit,
that. They
they're
could
so-
do something of like do another collab within Smite 1 to bring money in for Smite 2. It's possible. Very
Oh,
possible.
yeah.
They are just really limited, like Gio said. It's just like if they release a new god on Smite 2, then like yeah, maybe we'll just do this collab crossover and do like the fucking double gen skin thing that they've been doing. But we would have to wait for those gods with good ideas. 'Cause like I don't want them to rush in and be like, hey bro, we're trying to fucking release like I don't know, fucking Noir or some shit. And like, they're like, fuck it, we'll just throw this like we'll just half ass collab thing because it works with like the god they're releasing. Like it takes so much time, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, Smite 2, it's moving over. It's gonna be honestly, I trust Hi-Rez, especially with its biggest
That's
game.
strong words.
So
We know
listen. I
Hi-Rez.
trust
We know.
Hi-Rez to make this work. If it was some random ass like card game, like they tried to bring back like 3 times or some shit, this would be down in the dumps. But it is Smite, their biggest title. So, I have faith of them working on the game.
That's
Only
the
title.
Doing it right.
there.
Bro, Neo would be distraught if Smite didn't work.
Oh, no,
He would
no, no.
not. I don't even know if he would game still, bro. Like,
On-
like
I'm
that's
just
how
a
far
bad
I'm
no
thinking
cap,
here. Like he would not game, bro.
Nah, bro. If Smite would go away right now, I think I'd be a lot happier. I think I'd be a lot happier.
That's
bro.
bullshit.
I'd be,
You'd be like
Bullshit.
Mykeen. You'd be like a mini
You would,
version of
like-
Mykeen with gigantic, bro. Like that. That's just like,
What does that mean?
bro. You just sat there for 6 years waiting for this shit to come back, and it finally comes back, and you're just like, oh, okay, whatever. And then if it disappears again, you'll just be sitting there like another year or two later. You know what? I wish I could play a match right now. And then you'd be forced to play
I'd-
League with me, bro. Come on. Like,
I don't know about League.
maybe I'd commit to League with Gage, or I might
Yeah,
commit to
that's what I'm saying.
Valorant with
You can get
with
fucking
That's a good
Geo.
joke. Good joke. Good jokes. Hey, good jokes.
Either one, or I
Play
speed
Paragon.
run, or
Or predecessor,
Or
whatever it
Ultimate,
is.
yeah.
Paragon. Here we go.
hey though, predecessor's pretty fun though. We'll say. Anyways. Moving away from this all game talk, there's some TV shows that have been coming out, man. One of the main ones that's been on and popping, the animated TV series Invincible, season 2.
True.
Amazing.
Banger.
How
Not tripping.
Been out for a while.
Yeah.
Are you?
It's
What are you
been out for a while,
Alright.
no?
Listen,
I
That's
just
super
said
cool.
like
The
show's
like
amazing.
it's been out. I just said it's like things that's been out,
The
animated.
finale
It's
happened
been
somewhat
popping.
recent.
like the
Finale
show is
happened
amazing.
somewhat recent.
The show is amazing. I hope they don't take forever for season 3 and stuff. They already said like they have a lot of it done, and they were just like finishing like editing and shit like that, and like all the stuff that you have to do when you're finishing a show. But I don't know, man. Like that show is really great. It's literally like respected the comics a lot, and like I'm sure a lot of people have heard about it if they're like big on watching TV, especially Prime shows. But
I think what drags away a lot of people from watching certain TV shows is the fact that it's animated, but with this one being very superhero like oriented and just the first episode alone of season 1 catches you so off guard. I think
Yeah.
that's what like changed people's opinions about the show entirely, and just them wanting to know what happens more because it's more adult. One would
I
say.
think when it comes to a show like that, for example, I think another thing that like kind of captures a certain audience, it is definitely more of like the graphic aspect to it. Because like when you look at superheroes, you're always thinking like, oh, like they're never gonna show that someone actually like dies, or at least like they won't show it in a way that really makes you like think about it. But for that show, I mean, when someone gets punched, their whole head just gets like completely blown off, and then like blood is just splattered everywhere.
Just in slow motion, 4K, just fucking.
yeah, like the end of like season 1 when like Omni-Man beats the shit out of Mark. Like, bro, this man's teeth are out. Like his whole like you could hear him breathing.
I'll have you,
coughing up
Dad.
blood.
I'll still have you,
And,
Dad.
and that scene was so
Stink.
that whole episode was amazing, by the way. But season 2, I'm not gonna lie, I the 4th and 5th episode, I was kind of like
Spoilers,
not
by the
paying
way.
attention too
Spoilers.
much. But like the beginning of the season, and they also did like an Adam Eve episode, which is cool. I'll watch that. And then I felt like the season like it ended off on like kind of like setting things up for the 3rd season, which is really cool. Like because it's all hyped up, like it's really hyped up right now because you have like a lot of potential storylines. Like you got Alan and fucking Omni-Man in the Viltrumite prison, and Alan's like about to enter that beast, like starting to like enter beast mode thing where he's just like he can absorb punches from Viltrumites and shit when he got his ass beat like way earlier, like I don't know, stuff like that's cool. And then Omni-Man, like he's changing as a dude. I still don't forgive him after watching season 1 recently, like rewatching it, dude. Holy
I
shit,
think
I
I
would
miss
never
my
forgive
wife.
that motherfucker.
I'll never forgive you.
Dude, that dude ran Mark through a whole fucking train of people. Like that shit was crazy. Like he was just killing people, like snap his fingers just to like do it, bro. And like you can't forgive that shit, bro. There ain't no way.
Yo, whenever you're like pinned up against a wall and like you really know how to pull out kind of like the trump card, like when Mark is getting beat up by like that one girl, like out of like the cruise ship area, and then like he basically just laying on the floor and he's like, if you're gonna kill me, just go ahead and do it already. And then like he knows that she's not gonna like go through with it. That was like pretty sick to see.
You're talking about Anissa.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Say, bro, I just like I'm just excited to like see like people start fighting back now. Like that's what's gonna head up towards to eventually here. And yeah, I'm tired of it because that was like there was like 3 times during the whole 2nd season where a Viltrumite just came out of nowhere and started beating the fuck out of people. Like you had the 3 Viltrumites come down to fight Omni-Man and Mark, and they killed like so many fucking people on that planet, that bug planet. They basically almost killed Omni-Man, like, and Mark, like, and then like Mark got his fucking salad tossed by that bitch. You know, like that scene where
Alright,
when
though.
she comes at Alan and punches him, and he just like that shit don't hurt anymore. That gave people hope, bro, and like it's great.
Hey, though, Invincible I've only seen the first episode. Funny enough, I watched the first episode with Gage. I remember that. That was very interesting.
Yeah, I didn't watch it
But
for
you know,
like
season
years.
two, on and popping. Hope for season 3. Hopefully that comes around. I know people are really excited about it. Moving on, The Boys season 4. It's coming. I personally have not watched The Boys, and I've been lacking. I have been lacking on
All
it.
you guys,
But
He's
all
not
you
one
guys.
of the
I know people
boys.
very.
I think Nick is the only person here that has watched the show.
I'm
Besides
like
me. Besides me.
I've already seen it.
I'm like halfway into
Fuck the
season 1.
comics. Bro, fuck the comics.
Okay, I've
Halfway
seen
through
the show
1.
and the comics.
Oh, no, I
Yeah.
thought you always said you didn't watch the show.
Well, like, I mean, there's like the animated series Diabolical, which follows like more of the comics, but like it's not in like the same universe. And then there's like the new like side series, like Gen V. I don't know if you've watched that, Gage. Did you watch that? Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah. So like they're like making their own little, spin on like the comics, using the same characters and everything, but like completely like changing things to fit like an actual good story. Because like the writer of like the comics, he just like hates superheroes. So he just like throws shit like to the fan, and some of the things like are okay and some of them aren't. But like some of the characters are just like completely different from like their comic counterpart.
I will say that the one actor from Gen V died in a fucking motorcycle accident, bro. Hey, that shit sucks, bro. I
R.I.P.
hate seeing that shit, bro. He was like,
R.I.P. man.
he was young as fuck. He was 27, and like, man, like with that show, like what he was doing, because he was like a pretty big supporting character. Um, man, like that sucks. He had like a promising run. I just want to say that shit. Like, I don't like that show. Like, if they do a season 2 eventually, because apparently they were gonna go shoot it around that time. They were gonna start shoots. I don't know how that show's gonna be the same with that shit. But with the
Honestly,
boys season,
sucks about when those things happen.
Yeah, especially with like Euphoria and like the main one of the main
Yeah.
actors like passing away. I did
Yeah.
see
I
like
didn't even know about that.
yeah,
Really?
Angus Cloud.
At first I thought it was like a bait on Facebook because that's where I seen it first, and then I actually had to look it up. And you know, it sucks too because the thing is Gen V is supposed to lead into the boys. Like they're obviously in the same universe, and like they're gonna be connecting each other. Like what happened in Gen V is gonna be a big part of season 4 of the boys. Like we've already seen like 2 characters near the end of the season that were bad. They're gonna be involved in season 4. There's like this virus thing that's supposed to like like kill superhumans and shit like that. That's gonna be a big part, and that originated from Gen V. You know, so it's interesting. I'm hyped for it.
Okay. I didn't know Gen 5 had to deal was gonna mix in with The Boys, honestly.
No one really knew.
I also didn't even know it was a
until-
spinoff. I also didn't know it was a spinoff.
No one really knew until they just like kind of started showing shit, and people started in their back of mind because you start seeing characters from the boys go into the Gen V like near the end. Last episode, you see Homelander. You see the Congresswoman that's like trying to be vice president or whatever. In the season 4 of the boys, she was in Gen V doing some shady shit, and so everyone's like, okay, so are they gonna actually like combine this two? And then it looks like it's been confirmed, like from the Instagram posts and stuff like that. I see on the boys, like they have shown pictures of these characters like together in the same room and stuff like that. And the virus is already confirmed to be like a big part of season 4 for the boys side of things. How they're gonna try to attack the soups and stuff because Butcher, he's dying very fast because the Temp V, and you know Homelander's getting crazier and crazier per season. Like from season 1, it kind of took you a while to like really like, man, this guy's really really fucked up. To like season 3, it's like, dude, this guy's just off the fucking chain. Like
Yeah, and he like doesn't have anything to worry about anymore. So like that man is just like basically he can do whatever the fuck he wants, and the only people who can really stop him is like
People I just hate him,
Soldier
or-
Boy and Butcher, really. If he can
And
find a way, that is.
And I haven't seen anything confirmed about Soldier Boy in season 4, but like he was alive at the end of season 3. But I'm sure everyone's seen that clip at the end of season 3 where that guy throws a bottle or something at his son and he like laser beams him or whatever in front of all those people.
Did
That's
not,
how he figured.
Yeah.
did not see that.
Well,
Did
that's how
not
he
see
Oh
figured.
yeah, it was
That's
crazy.
how he. That's how he figured out. That like he basically is just like he can do a lot of shit and get away with a lot of shit now. Like he has like fans that are just hardcore supporting him, and they'll just like let him literally get away with murder.
Them Republicans.
Yeah.
Well, hey man, let's hopefully some of us here actually catch up to the boys. I think just to put this out there, I think we all should probably start watching Fallout. I've heard many good things about it. Obviously it's based off the games and like sort of like off of its own spin, but still within like the same Fallout universe, whatever. But
How many of you guys played Fallout?
Played
I've
3 a little
never
bit,
played
and
Fallout.
I'm
Never.
gonna start playing
Well,
76.
I played
4.
I beat 3. I played New Vegas and I played 4. But
Wait.
I only one I beat was 3.
Does any of you guys have Amazon Prime and shit, like Twitch
Yeah.
Prime and all that? Yeah,
I do.
Fallout.
Yeah, I do.
Fallout 76 is free on Xbox and PC right now. Like if you like.
Oh
sign
well,
the code
Fallout
and shit.
76 is on Game Pass anyway.
Well, right, but I'm saying like, cause like I stopped paying for Game Pass when I stopped literally getting on Xbox, and but like you get like a free
yeah, so
code.
it's a
And you
whole
keep,
game. Yeah, it's like a whole ass game.
yeah, you can claim it right now until like I don't know. I think the 15th or something they said for either PC or Xbox. If y'all are trying to
Okay,
play,
nice.
if y'all trying to play, try it out.
I'm
I'm
Well, hey
downloading
man,
it
if
right
you
now.
got Prime, dude. If you got Prime, get the game,
Yeah, I'm
bro. Get
downloading
it for
it right
free.
now.
Let's see.
Well, hey,
Fallout
that'll be
3,
our
Tomb
next.
Raider, Lego Star Wars 3. Oh, there it is. Fallout 76.
Oh yeah, man.
For
You
X-
should
oh,
play
for
Lego Star
Xbox,
Wars.
too.
Well, there,
No, you scroll
Yeah,
down.
okay.
You keep scrolling down. There's a PC one too.
There's a PC one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, PC. There it is. Yeah.
But not the thing with those games like Skyrim, Fallout, bro. I was always too scared to really grind them out because those fucking
I have to go to the
anything that
Microsoft
attacks
one?
you in those games, bro, I'd be scared. Like those fucking roaches in Fallout or 3 when you first
oh,
start.
there's roaches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
there's
bugs.
like there's giant bugs.
Yeah, they're radioactive, bro, and like they'll
Oh,
just
yeah.
randomly crawl in the corner and they'll just jump at you, bro, and they'll attack you. They don't really like
Yeah,
do
you're
damage
ju-
at first, but it's
You're
just
just
like
trying to
Heather-
escape the vault, and them motherfuckers
Oh,
are
you
just
mean
coming out of nowhere.
dude? So, have
beginning.
you never even seen the giant ants?
no fucking Quan
Oh
was telling me
man,
about
bro,
that shit.
it's so bad, dog. The ants are like the giant ants on Fallout are almost scarier than the frostbite spiders on Skyrim.
Really?
Yes, they're
Insane, man.
terrifying, bro.
That's why I had to put a stop to that shit. Because when I played Skyrim, it took me like 50 minutes to get out of the
Bro,
starting area
there
'cause I
is
was
some
scared of the
nasty
spiders.
shit on Fallout, bro. Like all types of mutated creatures and stuff like bro, in Fallout 3 it was this nasty centipede thing that literally looked like something out of the Human Centipede movie without the human part. Like it was pretty bad.
Jesus.
Like
I
you
played
just
Dark
it make you be
Souls,
like, what
bro.
the fuck is that?
I played Dark Souls, and you see some dark shit in there. No pun intended, but like, literally, Fallout is like Fallout and Skyrim. I don't know, man. They just like they made it real because it's just active combat. Like with Dark Souls, it's like I'm too focused on rolling away from like the 20,000 fireballs that are at my face. Like like Skyrim and shit. Like the spider just will web you, walk over, just starts like attacking you, bro. You're just swinging at your sword, hoping that thing dies, bro,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Wait, man,
Yeah.
I think one goal for all of us: watch out for Fallout. Let's like jump on Fallout. It's really good, and we got more conversation to talk about. Moving on. Music. Oh boy, music has been good this whole 2 weeks, about right? 2 weeks or so. Week and a half.
Been like a month.
Three.
But before we jump into the big one, Let's go ahead and let's talk about it. Ski Mask is dropping his album soon. 100%. It's happening. It's no longer a meme. It's dropping
It's
soon.
been like a
I don't know,
fucking
bro.
year.
It's hard for me to be excited for it, honestly.
Really?
I
Yeah,
know it's
'cause,
like
I mean,
been
I
dragging
didn't.
out to it, but
Yeah, it's
it's been
dragging out. I didn't really like his last project, honestly. So like, kind of
Shit
hard for me to
City.
be like excited for it. Yeah, Shit City.
I've
It's
never
like-
disliked Ski Mask. I just never
But
listened to his music and kept up with it like that.
That's fair. That's fair. I myself am a big Ski Mask fan.
I like Ski Mask
so
too, but
this
it's just
album,
been a while.
which is honestly fair. I've been seeing people be like, "Hey man, like albums kind of like dragging. You've been saying it's coming out for a while, man." But I mean, hey man, if you want to make good music, I think just take some time with it. Maybe I'm meat riding up a little bit, but
Yeah, you're definitely glazing.
I'm okay with glazing about that. Okay with glazing about that. But hey, it's coming out soon. It's coming out soon.
Hey.
I know
Hey,
Gio.
hey, hey.
Water.
I'm not gonna lie, Faucet
Water.
Failure. That shit's
That's
hard.
that's that old school. Some people
That-
watching
that-
this might
that-
not know about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like Faucet Failure, I'll always have that song on like my playlist. Like I will never skip it. Obviously Nuketown, RP my boy,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
That'd be the
that's an
goat.
amazing song. Which is
Stokely,
honestly,
the
I feel like,
album.
I feel like probably also slowed Ski Mask down a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of
Yeah.
course,
I mean,
man.
he literally lost
Back
two
to
people
back,
close to
bro.
him back. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Ski Mask had like a run, like he was making noise and he was releasing good songs. I feel like a decent amount of people, like it was never like, I feel like if I try like 20 people and ask them like if they listen to rap and I like ask them straight up like you listen to Ski Mask at all, whatever, like they'll be like, yeah, I like the song or two. Like I guarantee like 17 and out of 20 of those people probably will say like at least one song.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
like
fair.
the music that he makes and like the shit that he's like going through are so like two different fucking sides. Like losing all these people and like going through all this like shit, and then like all of his songs are just like upbeat. Like he's saying random ass words and like all the fucking ad libs and everything. Like he's got like really happy like up like tone music, and it's like when your mind is in like a certain place, it's really hard to like get out of that. So like there are like on like Sin City, there's like slower, like sadder melodical songs. And I mean that's fine like every once in a while from like artists like him. But like I wanna see, features on this project, good ass features. I mean I've been seeing like a lot of artists that, have had like even like random features. Like I'd be listening to Denzel Curry still, and he's got like a couple new songs with like Juicy J. It's just like I don't like that like artists like feel the need to do the J. Cole thing where they're like no fucking features. I'm gonna go plat with no features, and then when their dumbasses don't go plat because they're not good without features on certain songs. It's
I think one good one of the looking at no features is definitely what is it? Lil Uzi what the Eternal Take.
I wasn't
yeah,
on the album
OG.
like you guys were, unfortunately. I liked some of the songs.
I liked it.
Okay,
I
but
didn't
then
like the
I
majority of it.
enjoyed Eternal Take, but the deluxe I re-listened to the whole entire deluxe actually about a week ago. I think it's like love versus whatever. I forgot what the deluxe is called.
Love versus whatever is crazy.
I don't fucking know the album name, man. It's blank out of my head. If you could tell me right now, I would gladly.
Nah,
versus
man.
these
you know,
hoes.
Can't do that, buddy. You're uncultured.
All right, whatever. The deluxe of Eternal Take with features and everything. I'm pretty sure if he would made that Eternal Take album of the year.
Bold statement.
That is a bold ass statement.
Isn't the deluxe the one that has like Myron on it, or is that the original?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
that's
that's
what
a
I like.
deluxe.
Yeah. See, yeah, no, I definitely like, yeah, because I remember like I just like listened to Eternally Take the first like turnover. Like I woke up and everyone's like, "Oh, he finally drops." I'm like, "All right." I listened to like
Yeah, that's like
there's some
another
good
thing.
songs, but then the deluxe dropped later, and I would just be randomly playing music, and it'll just pop up random fucking song. I'm like, yo, I don't remember this shit being this good, bro. Like,
Hmm.
It was a
It
good
seems a
album.
little fishy.
That run of albums that came out was very good. Like we got Young Thugs was it Just for Fun?
So much fun. That's one
That
of my
was a
favorite
good
albums. That is one of my favorite
that
rap
was a good
albums.
album. That was
Yeah, it
good.
was.
So much fun. So much fun.
We were jamming that out whenever we were going to Steak and Shake a
I
lot.
know it's funny because I never heard a lot of songs off of there because I didn't really like follow Young Thug or anything at the time. Like I was kind of like in the box with like what I was listening to, and like we were playing like Mannequin Challenge or what that was the song, right? Like on the Way to Steak and Shake. That was hype. Yeah, I didn't even know Juice WRLD had a feature on there, and I was a huge Juice fan. And then there was the J. Cole song, I believe. Like, what's that?
Yeah, bad. That was that was like the summer anthem. I'm pretty sure. I think that was like the summer anthem for like a while. If I remember, it came out around that time. No, I think that came out around October, I believe.
Like,
It definitely came out around the same time of Eternal Take, if I remember.
yeah, like the thing about like Eternal Take is like it's so hard to like live up to the hype of something whenever you just like say, "Oh, it's coming." Like leaks are happening for it because you keep pushing it back and pushing it back, and it just keeps on happening and happening. And like whenever you hype stuff up so much and it just doesn't live up to the hype, because that's how Eternal Take was for me. I was like, it's okay. It's an okay Uzi album, but there's no features, and the theming was really dog shit. Like every time I listen to like the end of some of the songs that
Really
have like
dog
the theming, yeah, it's like, yo, there's somebody in this room. Yo, come over here. There's somebody in this room. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? This sounds like something he recorded last minute to try to like put a theme to it. And then there's like albums that like I hate when artists say, "Oh, you know, we're going back to like our old school shit," and then they release some fucking dog shit. I'm talking about goddamn Drake and For All the Goddamn Dogs. That album has a couple of bangers on it. Fucking First Person Shooter, you know, I Don't Give a Fuck with Yeet. Those songs, great. The rest, sleepers. You get Adonis on that shit. I'm not fucking listening to that song. Skipping
I like
every
90.
single
God
time.
damn.
Listen, I like the
Every single
what is that
time.
shit? Hold on, I don't want to butcher the name.
This
'cause it's a
man,
bunch
this
of
man
numbers.
Nick's going in on Adonis, bro.
Nah.
Yeah, bro. Fuck
Dear
that little ass
Adonis.
kid, bro. Fuck that little ass
I write you
kid, bro.
because your father's a bitch.
Oh man.
My God. No, see, I like 7969 Santa, bro. That's a good ass song with the Chief Keef sample on it. And then the
Yeah,
SZA song's good,
69 God.
but the problem is they dropped the SZA as like the first track.
Yeah,
Bend that
Mikey.
ass
Yeah.
over. Make
SZA
that
be
coochie
blowing.
breathe.
Oh yeah.
Shake
song.
that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees. That
I
was a good
think
song.
the thing is, I got really disappointed when Drake dropped Certified Lover Boy because that's when he originally started talking about, oh, like I'm gonna do mixed like from the past now, whatever. And then like I listened to it, I'm like, there's not really a lot on this album that makes me think of like past Drake at all. Like especially like I'm a huge fan of like Take Care and Nothing Was the Same.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
they were not the same vibe. Like a lot of it was like him like using new sounds or whatever that he's like kind of like developed.
yeah, man. Ever since
And
he
it's just
lost
like
his
over the
friendship with
years,
the
like
Weeknd, man, you know, Take
yeah,
Care
like
was Weeknd
I
era.
don't know. Like I hated the Little Baby song to be real too. The only song I really liked was In the Bible or whatever, and then there was like 7 a.m. on Brittle Path, whatever. Like those songs are always fire. Like his timestamp songs are always some of his best shit. So I knew I was gonna like that. And then I like the one song. It was like the kind of like the Kanye diss. Hold on, I forgot the fucking name of this shit.
Take your time.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. No friends in the industry, and then Knife Talk, bro. You can't forget about Knife Talk.
Ah, you can't forget about a nice little Drake 21 Savage collab, of course.
What about Project Pat? Come on, guys.
Oh yeah, Project Pat. Yeah,
In
great.
the
I'm so sorry.
street.
Hey, there's a lot of people that
Ski mask on my
There's a lot of-
face.
like. Don't get me wrong, like that was definitely the like that's part of the song. Like when you like everyone got to know the song. Every time they heard the
Drink
fucking
syrup
beginning.
into liquor.
I remember I was
Drink
working at
syrup like
Roadhouse.
liquor.
But that shit would turn on at like 9, 10 o'clock at night when everyone's like gassed out, bro, and it's just like all of a sudden this starts turning on, everyone gets like that hype back, like that shit is.
Oh, we're getting out of here early tonight.
But
we move
not
into night.
not every artist can be Kendrick Lamar, man. You know, so
Yeah,
that's just
of
how it
course.
is. Like they can't just keep developing over time and
Yeah.
releasing their shit.
we've been stalling long enough on this music category. I was trying to wait for Gio to get back. He did say he was gonna be right back, but you know what? Fuck that man, Gio. Right now, we're moving on to the big guns. We're moving on to the big guns right now.
No Diddy.
The no, I think it's no Drizzy now. I think it's no Drizzy.
Okay.
Man,
wow.
no Drizzy.
Wow.
Kendrick Lamar and the Drake beef has been going on for a week and a half, 2 weeks now. Multiple diss tracks has been dropped. Multiple things has been said. How are we feeling currently of the Drake and Kendrick situation?
All I gotta say,
One
man,
at a time.
is Cole was the smartest man out there. You know, we were all like, Cole, your pin game is supposed to be strong as fuck. Are you apologizing right now? You're deleting your fucking diss track? But we were so wrong. We didn't know where this was going. Good.
That man wasn't trying to get his like allergies leaked out, bro.
His allergies.
His allergies, is that what
Yeah, Kendrick would have known. Bro, but his like when I watched the J. Cole video at his concert where he like actually apologized and all that stuff, like the way he said it, like it just made me realize like I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, like if that's what he wants to do and that's like what's making him like actually feel happy. Like maybe at the back of his mind he wasn't thinking, "Oh, it's fucking Kendrick. I'm scared." I mean, I would fucking be, but like,
Kendrick, I'm scared.
but the boogeyman, bro. Like he has the name boogeyman for a reason, bro. It's Kung Fu Kenny or the boogeyman, bro. And like, bro, I felt like I was happy for J. Cole to like kind of step out of the situation, like because it's just like even before it all blew up, I'm just like, that's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do, bro. And like,
No,
I wouldn't have done it, but I'm not J. Cole, so
I'm
not gonna cap at you. I was gonna say I'm not gonna cap at you. I am not a J. Cole fan. I'm not a big one. I'm also not a big Kendrick fan. Neither a huge Drake fan. I enjoy their songs. I that's it. I enjoy their songs. I'm completely unbiased on this whole thing. But with J. Cole, not a fan at all of J. Cole. The fact that he dropped the diss, deleted it, and apologized, in my opinion, that is like the most like unrespected thing you could probably do for like yourself at the time. But with how things are going, and looking, he definitely probably made the right decision. Like I said, his allergies might have came out about this whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
A big thing too, though, is like he does hurt himself a little bit in the end of the day because it's like nobody ever wants to hear J. Cole talk about how he's hard and he's about to if anyone wants to smoke, because they can get it. Like nobody wants to hear that shit after dropping out of this beef because he was talking about how he can't sleep for a couple of days because he didn't feel right about the Kendrick track that he dropped. Like, to be honest, I'm gonna keep it real with you. That shit was not that hard, bro. That 7-minute drill, it was not even that hard. And I'm not even saying like the Drake Kendrick level hard. Like I'm not trying to compare those two because they're two different things. But like, dude, that track when I first heard it, I'm like, holy shit, this is not. You could have kept this, J. Cole, bro. This was embarrassing.
Yeah, it was definitely was not like a track that like made me like think that, you know, he hated like Kendrick at all. It was like slight little jabs here and there that could like still be seen as like kiddie play. Like he wasn't going fucking like hard on him or anything. Given Kendrick hadn't really gone hard at all either. He was just like basically saying like, y'all don't want the smoke, you know, like you guys are like teaming up and shit. And I don't like that. You know, I'm the fucking boogeyman. I'm the big, you know, there's only big me out here. I definitely think, and I believe this, like, I don't know if like it'll ever be like said. I believe that somebody told J. Cole that this isn't for the fucking fan of heart. Like, this is gonna be some fucking career-ending like allegations and things thrown out at people that you probably do not want to step like foot in like the arena right now. You want to stay in your little, you know, lane, you know, do your thing, get your fucking like album rollout like going. Don't fucking step to me, like, is basically what I think happened.
Yeah, I mean, J. Cole probably made the right decision. Now, after the whole like that and the Cole diss and everything, Euphoria dropped. And I think that was probably the track in a long time. In a long time. And I think it's still probably up there as far as like an S tier like diss track start off.
What? The first Kendrick one?
Yeah. Euphoria.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, bro, at the end of the day, I think Kendrick kind of hit a flawless marker on everything that he put out. Besides, I don't know, bro. I'm not a huge fan of 16:6 or whatever, or 6:16. I don't remember.
Yeah, that was basically.
I've only listened to it twice. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've heard the bars, like I've looked at it, but I'm just like.
Yeah, that was like a track that was kind of like a warning. It was like a warning track.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
Even with like the picture.
Like tailor-made freestyle type shit.
Yeah, I still. Ugh. I can't believe like Drake would do something like that.
Hey, man,
but like,
I'll get into that in a second.
No, but like, you know, 16 in LA is like, it's like basically, hey, I have shit on you that you probably don't want the public to know. You say anything that's like slick to me or about like any of my crew or my family or anything, like it's on site, which is like.
Wait, I'm sorry, 616, was that released first before Euphoria?
No, it was after.
No, it was after.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. For some reason, my mind was scrambled.
It was like that. Then it was push-ups, tailor-made freestyle, Euphoria. Did Drake release anything after that?
Wait, say it again.
So it was
after
push-ups. Yeah, I think.
It was 16:6 or whatever, and then it was Family Matters, and then it was Meet the Grams, and then it was Not Like Us, and then it was The Hard Part.
They not like us.
Pretty much like Kendrick did it like back to back each time he dropped when he was responding to Drake. So he did it the first track, and then he did 16:6, and then Drake dropped, and then he did Meet the Grams, and then he dropped Not Like Us.
He dropped,
and then he hasn't responded to Hard 6.
Like literally,
so
Family Matters drops, and you know everybody's like listening to it, and it's like it's really funny to like watch it like on stream as it's happening. You know, people are in the middle of listening to Family Matters, which is like a like. How long is that song? It's like 7 minutes or something. 7 minutes.
Almost.
All right, I'm back, boys. Sorry.
It's around.
Welcome back, Gio.
Oh, welcome back, Gio, man. You came back at the right time, man.
Yeah, we're talking about the brewing pot.
7 minutes after Meet the Grams comes out, and it's like literally any like eyes that were on the Drake track, which isn't even a bad track. Like Family Matters is an okay track for like a diss track, but then Meet the Grams comes out, and that track just like takes all the attention away. It's like the things said in that song, like it's a hard song to like want to go back and listen to, because like Kendrick just be kind of fucking, I hate you, like you fucking
I hate you. You should die.
Yeah, that he literally said that.
Yeah.
Like he's talking to his fucking son. He's talking to his mom. He's talking to his dad. He's talking to his daughter that may or may not exist.
His daughter, man. His daughter.
And then he talks to fucking Drake himself. He's like, hey, "Bitch, you don't want to smoke."
I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
Damn.
But
not the number one Drake fan himself.
Yeah, dude, we're talking about his favorite artist, Kendrick Lamar, right now.
Man, yeah, dude. The other day, me and Gage were in the party. I was just poking fun at him because he likes Drake. He was like talking about, yeah, man, the Kendrick track wasn't really all. They're like, man, we don't want to hear that, bro. We know you're just over here like, don't talk about my Drizzy Drake.
Don't talk
Gage
about
is like,
to me.
Gage is like as big as a Drake fan as DJ Academics.
Pretty much. That's a pretty good statement.
I
Nick.
definitely didn't
But
wash his
damn,
hands.
I forgot his
Yeah,
bathroom.
he's gonna love that whenever he goes back.
You ain't wash your
I
fucking
don't-
hands, bruh. You didn't
Yeah,
wash your
dude,
fucking
bro.
hands, bruh.
I did one hand at a time. Like I was
Yeah, you
one
put
when
a
I
little
was
bit of water
holding
on
it, and then
He put a little bit of water on it.
yeah, I was like, no, I did that shit. Calm down. I whip out fast.
Oh
Alright,
man.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. All right. After Family Matters, was Meet the Grams, right? And
Mhm.
Meet the Grams completely like blew Family Matters out of the water. And
here.
after Meet the Grams, Not Like Us drops. And quite frankly, Not Like Us is
Probably the best song
pretty
to come
fucking
out of.
okay.
Why doesn't someone like we just like list off a tier list or something, and then like we'll like break it down like that, like
All right, yeah.
like-
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Because I
Let's
want
bring it
the
back. Okay,
opinions to be solid. Like I want everyone to know how we're feeling, each one of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like, all right, well,
All right. Let's bring it. I'll set it up. Let's bring it from the start. From where it all began, like that. It was specifically just
Well-
Kendrick dissing J. Cole and Drake.
Mr. Aubrey.
That was the start.
it started the
Yep, Mr.
Metro
Mr.
shit
Aubrey.
too against Drake, like the
Yeah, it started the Metro.
because like there was like sprinkles throughout the album, but it was just like the Kendrick thing is like, okay, Kendrick is speaking now, like now everyone's like,
Yeah,
what the fuck, like,
that's what blew it up.
so that was like that was an interesting start to everything because it was kind of Kendrick like in a way showing like he's ready to like talk, you know, on a track
Ready to
about
throw down.
these
cuz.
fucking people. Like
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily think it was like one of those things like I would have been like, yo, I have to respond to this shit, but at the same time it's Kendrick, you know, and it's like
Like, if you want to be respected, you kind of have to, like,
yeah, like you had to at least like kind of like jab at it a little bit, see where it goes. But
Take a stab at it, man.
well, J. Cole tried.
So, yeah, I tried in the
That's for
fucking-
sure.
I apologize.
yeah, then he got a fucking sniffly nose and had to back out.
The thing about Drake during this whole thing versus Kendrick is really like obviously Kendrick like when he put out a lot of his tracks like there was like double like entendres, I can't say
Double,
entendres,
triple, quintuple,
and like
bro.
and he was just like always like, you know, like they were deep, but on top of that his marketing and just the way he did everything was just smooth and better. Like bro, Drake, like he had his diss track leaked on Twitter for like a week before it fucking like actually officially released. Like that was kind of like, bro, like you have Kendrick is able to cook, like, and there's that whole thing like there's moles in Drake's operation, so Kendrick technically already knew a lot of shit, but it's just like it just seemed weak. Like it was just like, why would you not release that right away? Like there's you can't let that type of shit leak, especially for that long too. And it's just like Kendrick never had that issue at all. You know, he was more like always like putting his foot to like Drake's
Yeah,
neck type shit.
based on what people said is like the Kendrick, like all of his like disses past like that were all like recorded in like the same like studio sessions.
Yeah.
So it was like all information that he already had, and the only things that got changed is if he had to reply to something that Drake put on like another project. So like for like Meet the Grams, it was kind of like whenever he's, you know, saying like don't bring up my family and all this other shit, it was because in Family Matters, you know, he was bringing up like shit about like, you know, his wife not being like faithful and other shit. It's like at that point, you know, you're just asking to be fucking, you know.
I mean, he hinted it at it in push-ups too, though. Like I was never fully sold on that narrative that like he dropped Meet the Grands because he knew Family Matters was dropping, and he just like wants to follow up. And I always just thought he had Meet the Grands ready, and he was just gonna drop that regardless of what Drake dropped. And because like the topic, the conversation isn't necessarily like the same as like Family Matters. When I like looked at it and think about it, like I feel like a lot of it is like coincidental because like obviously Drake name drops people's fucking wives and family members a lot when he's like dissing people or sneak dissing, and he did it in push-ups if I'm not mistaken. Like he did name drop his wife already.
He wasn't going subtle like with anything. He was like instant, like I'm gonna talk specifically about everything.
But that being said, push-ups was an amazing start to the beef, bro, because he said some like shit that like really stuck in your head in terms of like the Metro line, like that shit went crazy viral for a while with like shut
Metro
your whole
did
ass
go
up
back
and make some
and
Make some
drums,
drums, nigga.
like that shit really stuck with people. Like that, I always will never forget this video of this fucking dude just in the concert, and then like he just yells it out really loud, and Metro's on the mic, and he's just like, I heard
I
that.
heard that.
Like,
I heard
like,
that.
bro, like that's crazy. Like that, and then like Drake
Oh,
really
that's
did
so true.
spit, bro. He was really spitting for how long the track was, and it was a good start, bro. It was a good solid start. I didn't like the way it was released, like waiting a week because people
Yeah.
already like knew it. It's just like now it feels like what the fuck, and then it's like, oh, Kendrick, hurry up and drop. And it's like, bro, you just released that shit.
Dude, I
Technically, like,
fucking hated all the Drake like meat writers during that time. Dude, I fucking hated reading comments. Dude, it was always fucking Drake finally releases after like a fucking week, and everybody's like, fucking Kendrick's gonna wait another fucking 2 weeks to release his, and it's like my brother in Christ. Drake literally took that fucking long to release his, and you're like on Kendrick's dick right now because he hasn't released his in like a fucking day or two. And it's like, yeah, like that, S tier. Like it's a fucking banger ass song. Push Ups is pretty banger. I'd say it's like either like low S tier, maybe high A tier.
wait, so you think Not Like That is better than Push Ups?
I think Like That's better than Push Ups, yeah. But that's like
You're on crack.
that's Kendrick fan in me.
All right. I will say, Like That has to be like an A tier, like solid A tier.
I think
Only because
it's the
it
feature.
started off the beef, but it's a feature. But it's the feature that made Cole respond, Drake respond. Okay, it obviously struck a nerve. Okay, it had
right.
to.
It was,
I mean, like, if the feature was bad and like the diss was bad, I think they would have just fucking what the fuck ever.
All right, and then we got
hey, man.
7-minute drill F tier because he deleted that shit.
So, I got all the stuff in chronological order.
if that shit
I'm already ready. So
bro,
7-minute diss.
if that shit stayed, it still wouldn't even crack. Like,
Yeah, it would have still
past
been
bottom
like
two. Like it,
C
like
tier.
Taylor made
B,
freestyle
B.
was more interesting than that.
Cole's not a
and,
disser, bro.
Like
not a disser.
part 6, Not Like That was more interesting than that, bro. Like, nah, bro.
All right, push-ups. What are we thinking? Tier?
Probably S tier.
S tier, 100%.
Because
S tier.
it was just Drake spitting 1v20. The atmosphere was crazy. Like, he was doing his shit, and like, a lot of people don't have those moments where they're like, this artist, and he's like going on his normal like flow when he's like trying to like get a message across like that, and like it just worked, bro. The beat wasn't crazy. He didn't do no music switch up or anything like crazy. Like, that's a good start.
Typical Drake shit. Typical
For
Drake shit.
me, I like Family Matters, but it's like I did like Family Matters, but then Not Like Us just completely like destroyed it to me. So like there was no point in liking it.
We ain't there yet. We ain't
Yeah, we're
there
not
yet.
there
We ain't
yet.
there
Yeah,
yet.
We
We're
have
doing it.
Taylor
Like,
made
oh,
freestyle.
I didn't know
Wait.
that we were. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
we're
just
gonna
saying,
come-
like, chronological order. Here we go.
Yeah. Push-ups, Mickey. What do you think of the tier? The tier. S tier? We think agree with everything what Gage said?
I'd have to listen to it again, man. I only listened to that one once.
Gosh.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right.
Put that down on the
Euphoria.
playlist.
Give me 50.
Euphoria definitely S tier.
Euphoria.
I mean,
Damn, we're
That-
just gonna skip
What
over
happened to
Taylor
Taylor
Made
Made?
Freestyle.
What happened to Taylor Made?
Yeah, Taylor Made
oh, my
Freestyle.
fault.
Taylor
dog.
Made
Oh, Taylor
freestyle.
Made.
What's going on, bro?
I mean, I
I
thought
guess,
like
I guess we're all skipping, bro.
technically that got deleted, but if we really do want to talk on it,
Do we
I
even
think-
That's
want
what's
to,
funny.
bro?
I think
That
that
shit was
track's
funny.
like a low A, because the thing is the psychology behind that shit was just crazy, bro. Like that, like, bro. I mean, like, I don't even have to fucking like say how crazy
Yeah.
that was. Like Tupac AI, like that's already like insane. And then right after that, you have a Snoop Dogg verse where he's just like, pretty much like, fucking like invoking like Kendrick to like
I don't.
drop, like you're dropping the ball and shit, and like that's just crazy. And then Drake's verse is kind of weak, but I
To
like the
me, like
flow.
I don't. I think it's just like the AI thing is just so weird, dude. To me,
Yeah, I thought that was like
I'm
extremely
not
lame.
big on like. Yeah, I don't really like it. I don't know. It was kind of weird just to bring out some. Hey man, let me bring out fucking Tupac for this diss track, bro. Get him out the
Yeah,
grave in this
especially in a
fucking voice.
diss, bro. Like if it was like a if you're like making like a mastercraft song and you just somehow get like a sample or AI like of like just like a small little part of the song, like I don't know how to explain it, but like just like a little.
So
ad-lib
for
or some
me,
shit
like,
that, that'd
it's
be
definitely like low, like C tier.
see.
F for me.
The
Wow. Mixed signals.
I
Gio?
mean, it's like a B for me. It's like B
I
or
just
C.
think
Like it's like literally B or C.
I just
'Cause,
think
like,
the
I'm not
AI
gonna-
thing is so
Because
stupid.
like yeah, don't get me wrong, it is a dumb track, but like it's literally like poking the bear. Like that's the
It
one
was
thing
an
I'll give it.
Instagram. It was the start of
Bro
the
looked under the bed
Instagram
and saw the
era
boogeyman.
tracks.
Yeah.
It's just like I said, the psychological, and honestly, the verses and the bars were just trash. Like
Yeah.
I've listened to that song like a handful of times. And I'm just like,
yeah,
you
it's
know
like
what
one of
he
the songs you'll
said.
never play again. That's why like I can't give it like a higher than like C. It's like a good diss track in
I like
like
the-
a way.
I like the beat and the flow and just thinking about like damn, this was really about to happen. But now like it's all said and done, I'm just like, it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna put it at C tier. I think the AI shit's kind of. I think he should have kept it in the vault. Euphoria. I think this is a solid S. I think it's
A
a
tier
solid
for me.
S.
S
It's
tier.
A. I think it's A. In my opinion.
I
Hey.
just like he had like the calm fucking conversation type setting. He had like the beats were amazing, and then he had the switch up, and then it's just like, dude, he's just doing like Kendrick shit on like those songs where he just gets amped up, and like the bars were like deep as fuck. It was probably like the deepest track with all that shit. Like I don't, there's people like day 3 just still like, oh my god, I re-listened to the track and I just noticed this, and I was just like, that's what Kendrick's about. And they both do it, but it's just with Kendrick, he just like, we try a lot more for it because you expect it.
It's such like a weird thing. Like, do we sometimes think that he really like said this thing because it had like quadruple like fucking entendres that mean things, or did things just line up like so perfectly? I saw some motherfucker say like, oh my god, 616 is like Drake's fucking locker combination in Degrassi, and I'm like,
Degrassi, I
what
see that
the
shit.
fuck?
Bro, there's no way. There's no like, that's what I'm saying.
I'm like,
that's the shit, bro.
what
That's
the
the shit.
fuck? Like, if he really was
actually
that
great.
fucking locked in, bro, I don't want to fuck with Kendrick ever, man. Like I
Like
would. No.
Man, I seen something they were literally saying that there was starts of words in the Kendrick's lyrics that spelled out Millie Bobby Brown because he'd be.
Dude,
Nah, that was a stretch.
that was a
so
shit
far
post.
out,
That was a
dog.
stretch.
Beyond far out.
The only thing that I could probably reasonably understand was like there's like Canadian fathers there, some shit like that. Or like they
Yeah,
said that was
Canadian
Native and-
Father's Day.
and
It
I
was
was like, all right, I
Tupac's
could understand.
birthday.
Yeah, like I could
Tupac's
understand.
birthday. Fucking.
It was
a whole
something
bunch
with
of shit.
OJ with the glove and shit, like his first trial or
Yeah, like the
or
start
when
of the
he got, like,
trials and
dude, it
shit.
was just like,
There's a fucking One Piece chapter 616 where it says was it start of the revenge or something like that. Like that's what the chapter's called. Some shit. It's fucking crazy. Like there's so much things linked up with 616. But Euphoria, S tier or A tier? What we thinking?
We're gonna go
A tier
A tier
for
on
me.
that one.
Yeah, A tier for
A
sure.
tier is like the basis that we're going on.
Me and Gage probably thinking S tier. But honestly,
honestly, what?
I think we can just both say either it can jump from S or A.
It's definitely a re-listenable song.
Yeah, it's re-listenable.
Yeah,
sure.
I think with re-listenable also holds some value there.
My second least listened to song of the whole diss track.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like for me, like I probably listened to it for like 3 times. I don't think I've listened to it since.
Yeah, like when it comes on, like sometimes I'll listen and sometimes I won't.
Yeah, sometimes
Like,
I'll let it play, or
it's
sometimes I'll
the
be
same
like,
with me
next song.
push-ups too, though. But like at the same time, I listen to push-ups a little bit more, mainly because I like, he had to
Alright,
like.
I think general vote A tier, so we're gonna put it in A. 616 in LA. We already sort of talked about it.
B.
It's just
It's like
B,
C
really?
or D,
It's
bro.
no.
I don't even. I
Low
want to say
one.
it's like a low B, C, because it's
Yeah,
just
low
like.
B.
I'm gonna
bro,
say C for me.
It's on the same level as Taylor Made for me. Like it's
when it dropped and then like when everything else dropped, that's right. I have never heard anyone go back to that shit or really talk about
Yeah,
it.
that's
Like, unless
true.
there's one
Other-
very
Yeah.
specific scenario where it's like someone's just fucking typing some long ass message about this happened back then and he's right about this, or and it's like, okay, I don't care about that.
It's literally just like the warning shot song. It's like, I have like information, then if you don't want it to leak, like don't touch me. It's definitely, I'm pretty sure I've only listened to that song one time. So like for me it's like a C. Like it's definitely,
I think general vote like C tier, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think I only listened to it twice. Now I think about it, like it's.
I listened to it once and I was like, all right, cool. Next one.
Yeah.
All right. Family matters. Family matters.
yeah.
What are we thinking? What are we
S
thinking?
tier.
S
A.
tier.
Last year.
Oh.
S
Damn,
tier.
Gage.
Damn, the Drake
S
meat
tier.
writer putting
Listen.
it in A.
S tier.
Everyone else S tier, dude. It's crazy.
You got this the
S tier.
Drake beat right.
Insane.
You're just
I-
sad. Your
I
artists
don't-
will never reach this level of success in their lives.
Yeah.
Okay, combined. Okay,
Hey, true.
combined. You could combine
true.
motherfuckers, and they ain't gonna reach that shit, bro. One off
That's
of fucking.
probably
One
true.
off of Michael Jackson shit, bro. No, the fuck out of here.
What?
Yeah.
But
At least he
listen,
ain't grooming, bro.
you didn't
It's
listen to
okay.
First
At least
Person
he
Shooter?
ain't grooming.
The end of First Person Shooter. He's like one like all like what hit single. I forgot what it was. Now it was like #1 or something off of like beating the record. I think Michael Jackson had or something, or that is the Beatles. I don't remember now.
I got no clue, bro.
But it happened a while.
Yeah, the
ago,
Beatles
but-
was like
All right. Family matters.
S
A
tier.
lot of S's came out.
That's just
If I like, it's not that I don't see it as S tier. Like I would like if I did put it on S tier, it'd be like a low S. And the reason why I say that is because at the like you already did push-ups, so like why are you talking about like Rick Ross, The Weeknd, still when you like ASAP Rocky? Like I was fine with that shit, but like he mentioned Ross like 3 times. He mentioned Weeknd twice. You already mentioned them before, and honestly, it was the same shit you said before.
Your
Just
main
different
thread
words.
is fucking Kendrick, bruh.
The first half of the song, or the first part of the song, it was interesting, especially when you watch the music video. Like the music video with the song is just crazy. Or the music with the song or video is like, cause it's like, bro, him crushing the Good Kid, Mad City van and shit while you're hearing him like kind of slowly
Yeah.
ramp up, and then the beat switch.
yeah.
That shit was insane. Like that was easily like, bro, that man was not stopping, and it just, I don't know, bro. It just all sounded amazing. And then
Alright,
the
we're
third
gonna-
half.
I think for Drake, not Drake's sake, sorry, Gage's sake, we're gonna put it in A.
Hey,
Put it in
whoa,
A just
whoa,
for
1, 2, 3, 4 people said S
Yeah, I
tier.
was gonna say, you gotta
Are we
find
gonna listen
S.
to the 1A? Are you
Even I-
retarded?
Even I said it was gonna be like a low S.
It'll
like,
probably be like
you
the
know,
last song in S
like
tier.
it'd be like a low S. Yeah, it'd be a low S. Like, I'll switch to the low S for the sake of the. But like, I don't know. If he just didn't rap about other people, I think that song would have been like top 2 in this whole diss situation. It's
I don't know,
probably top 3
I feel like
now,
he only mentioned the Weeknd because he needed to he still needed to address Cash. Or Cash XO, his fucking manager.
Rick
like-
Ross though, bro. Come on, like we don't.
Well,
like,
No,
Rick Ross
I mean, like,
funny.
how can you not talk about Rick Ross after his plane went down though? Like
But he didn't say
how can
anything
you not
about
include
that though, either. Like I
That
just
man
didn't.
Rick Ross said Drake's fighter jet shot down his plane, dude.
But yeah, and I put that as
Whenever this guy gets back, because he's lagging.
yeah.
He's
I feel
lagging.
Oh,
like,
he's
bro, I feel
like,
like
oh man.
He's frozen.
I'll
What a
tell you,
bit.
the theme of this episode is horror movie webcam situation, bro. Have you ever watched Unfriended?
Yeah,
Mm.
Neo got
This is Neo.
kidnapped.
It's a movie.
Hi Neo, welcome back.
Oh, welcome back.
Anyways, moving on to Meet the Grams.
Welcome
yeah,
back.
I'm back. Meet the Grams.
Meet the
Meet the
Grams.
Grams. What are we thinking?
Ah.
It's the best song in the whole this situation. I don't.
What?
I will never like not like lyric like in terms of like music where I want to replay it.
This song. It's the best.
But
diss
the
Best diss song,
crazy,
okay.
the craziest like the shit he said was so dark and deep, and just listening to it, that shit gave me goosebumps, bro. Like you know how
Dude.
many people I've seen like I will never listen to this song again because this shit was just terrifying. But at the same time, they're just like, dude, this shit was a masterpiece. Like, and I
Dude,
feel the same way. I've
No,
only
bro,
listened
like-
to reactions.
Literally, when fucking Gage and I listened to the song, bro, there was silence. Like for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was
Like,
so
we were
fucking,
silent.
like,
Like
deep
we
in
were
there, bro.
both
I was
silent. We were
lost.
like, oh shit.
When we listen to
I
Family
had my
Matters,
hand
we're
over my mouth
screaming
all
on
the
our
time.
lung, like top of our lungs and shit, bro.
It is
Uh-oh.
definitely like a song with no replay value.
Zero replay value.
But
But
the diss-
fuck, the
but
everlasting. That's the
the-
impact that it leaves on you.
Yeah, the diss is like kind
Everlasting
of crazy.
impact.
Just everything he's bringing up.
Especially if
bring
like
it
we're
up. Honestly-
assuming everything's true, too. Like,
If we assume everything's true,
Yeah.
that is
like
correct.
that,
Yeah, like
that's insane,
fuck
bro. Just the whole
the allegations are held up high on that
Allegations.
song. Let's just say.
You have to
Let's
deny the
just say-
allegations.
Oh, that's another thing. We didn't say anything about the Drake saying about Kendrick being like a wife beater and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, the allegations were never talked about.
that was a crazy part of Family Matters.
Wife
why they
beater
made it
and one of your
obvious on
kids ain't yours,
Drake.
bro? Nah, surely
Yeah.
not. Surely,
Yeah,
surely, like 2 songs later, you say something about it, right? But he didn't. So it's a long
What?
day.
Yeah, like I don't know, man.
And probably it's literally, it's not even probably, the most famous song came out right after that of the whole fucking diss
Record
session is
breaker.
fucking
Record breaker.
Not Like Us, bro. Like, dude, listen. I first listened, I was like, I just woke up, started listening, I'm like, alright. And then I had to like re-listen a couple times. I'm like, dude, this shit is crazy. Like the sex offender pins on the OVO house or like headquarters, whatever, and then like fucking just what he's saying, how catchy that shit was. People were getting down to that shit, bro. Like everywhere, like clubs and shit were doing
No, that's a
remixes.
song you play in the club.
People were,
fucking
like,
LeBron
hitting-
dancing to that shit.
Yeah, I seen
Yeah.
that, bro. Like a lot of people were fucking with that shit, and it blew the fuck up. Like it's breaking records. Like,
Yeah, it broke the same record like twice in a day.
Yeah, like it's like, dude, you know.
Not only did he have the best diss, he also had the best fucking song.
Hey, though, but where are we putting Meet the Grams? S tier?
I mean, the Grams
Yeah.
has to be.
I think
I think that's in its own category, to be honest. But
I think that's S plus, right? It's got to be S plus.
yeah, it's like it's in a separate category. It has nothing to do with any of the other ones.
like, that
No
shit's just-
no replay value, but it's literally like the best diss.
That shit is the boogeyman reincarnated into a song.
Yeah.
It's like if we were like trying to figure out what the boogeyman would like sound like in a song, like the
Meet the
what
Grams.
his name
All right,
probably.
we're putting that shit.
Meet the Grams.
We're putting that shit in S plus. That's
Nope.
an S plus diss right there. All right, we softly talked about it. Not Like Us.
Oh, I guess.
In my opinion,
Wow.
I think we all agree the best song, all the replay value. That is a club song. You're gonna be hearing this shit, fucking
The hit.
dancing about fucking Drake being a pedophile. That's great. Bro. That's fucking great.
Certified
Let
lover
me hear
boy,
you say
certified
OV
pedophile.
ho.
OV
OV ho.
ho.
Now
You
step
just
back.
say-
Wop,
Step
Bro,
back.
this way, this
the Drake
that way.
fans, the Drake fans are not gonna
Freaky
like
ass
this.
boy, he's 69. Go.
You know how many times I came into the Xbox party? I'm just sitting there the whole time, just like it's like the wop 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 dot fucking
OV
like or like the
ho.
fucking like bro the OV ho
Come
like
on, bro.
oh my god bro that shit
Come on. The gas too. You can't even lie. That's a gas.
This is an easy S tier. This is an easy S tier, bro.
Yes, bro. I should
It's
put that shit in banger.
Its own new category.
And they,
Another brand new
Fucking
category, banger.
for how good this song was, it's so embarrassing that Drake followed up with fucking
The Hard Part 6.
Now keep in mind,
We're
He
not,
was
wait.
fire.
Before we jump into that, before we jump into the heart, we forgot one important other diss track, and it wasn't even a diss track. It was a beat track.
Oh my.
BBL Drizzy. We forgot about BBL Drizzy, bro.
I mean,
No.
Metro did go make some drums.
Yeah, he did.
Hey,
He
Metro
listened
he made some drums, but let me tell you, man, he's gonna have to make some funeral type shit now, bro. After the motherfuckers found his old ass tweets
Old-ass
of like
tweets?
all of his crazy ass shit, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that man should have stayed in his corner. Like I fucking like I was laughing my ass off of that when
Sir
he made
Metro?
the beat and shit. But dude,
What do you mean
once
age
like
doesn't matter?
people started digging up old tweets, and then people started saying like if Metro doesn't or trust you, he touches you, like shit like that. I'm just like, oh my god, bro. Like, people, because he was saying some suspicious shit, bro. Like,
If young Metro don't trust you, he gonna touch
Yeah.
you.
This bitch just took a molly and took all her clothes off.
like, bro.
This is crazy.
Oh my god. Metro's just not winning
Alright.
as much as he thinks.
Although-
That's what I'm saying.
Although BBL Drizzy came out of literally came out of nowhere for a beat diss track, probably one of the first ever in like music history. You literally Drake coming in and dissing Drake. You literally have random people coming in and dissing Drake.
I like the idea of it. It was
It's
good.
a cool
It's
idea.
just- it just turned around fast. Fucking got like kind of exposed. Like I like the. I don't know. It was a good like way of teaming up on the situation, kind of like.
Do we think this an A tier? A tier?
BBL.
The
BBL
beat?
Drizzy?
Why is this even here?
That shit should be
It's like
like
a B for beat.
that shit.
All right, we're just gonna put it.
That
We're
one.
just gonna put it in
No,
B.
That shit
no,
should
not
be
even.
like
No,
honorable
actually,
mention
take it
or
off the.
something.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Honorable mention. Take that shit
Honorable
off the
mention.
list.
Okay.
Take that shit
Honorable
off the
mention.
list.
Honorable mention. It's fine. Fine. All right. Let's move on to the shitty other track. The Heart Part 6.
Now here's my thing with that song.
How we feeling?
It's
I
not.
honestly, I
It's not
really
bad. It's not shit. It's just mediocre. And yeah, cool. He addresses the allegations, and yes, he denies them, as everyone would in that situation. But he also doubles down on his fucking same exact disses from Family Matters, and then I mean, it's just mid.
Mid as fuck.
he had like a hard bar
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
and
don't
then,
get me wrong. There was a couple lines
and
that were
I
like, oh
liked
shit.
I liked the chorus side, like the background chorus, like it kind of reminded me like
Prove
of
it.
Drake and shit. And then like, but bro, this man literally said he's too famous to be a pedophile. Like
Exactly.
who got caught?
I
Like,
mean,
dude, you fucked yourself over if you start saying
Yeah,
stupid
like
shit
what's
like
that
because, like,
about, bro?
bro, or, like,
what if you weren't famous?
like
What's that
Would've done
about?
it.
well, it's just like people like name like 20,000 people that have been caught and they're like really like well known. Like it's just like it's
R.
not
Kelly.
necessarily. Yeah, it's not necessarily like a fucking freebie, and it's just like I don't know. I didn't care about like him mention like the Millie Bobby Brown thing. Like people are like, oh my god, why do you mention? Like I didn't care much about that type of part, but the like I'm too famous and all that stuff. Like or I would have been caught by now. Like that wasn't a good response. Like, I feel
I
like
just
he
think
was
with
really-
like Drake name dropping like people, like name dropping Millie, like I don't think he really needs to do that because
Yeah, that
he
really
was like
helped his
obviously
case.
responding to allegations, but it didn't help his case because that was more like a Twitter thing that people were calling him out on.
Not a
When
Drake thing. Or not a Kendrick thing.
Kendrick never mentioned anything. Kendrick never mentioned anything of Millie. So it's kind of like,
He was just
I don't know.
saying you're running a
He was also
fucking-
saying they're not. He was saying during. Did he say that during that song that like it was like like Twitter influencing your disses or some shit like that?
He's like, yeah, they're like
They
ghostwriting
like
your
yeah like
replies.
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
is funny
but
'cause I
it
feel like
kind
that
of
went
I mean,
seemed like on that
I don't know,
song.
but like people were also
It went
saying
both
that
ways.
with yeah, it went on both ways, yeah, for sure. Which is like, okay, cool, whatever. Are you gonna cry about it? Like it's been done.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like if anybody like put their mind to it, they could come up with a really good diss for any artist. You know, really like. So of course, like, there's probably gonna be bars that both artists have said that like some people have thought about or kind of like said the same thing but different like phrasing.
So, where are we putting the Heart Part 6 on our little tier list?
It's like a B.
It's like a
Literally
B or
just
a
it's with a
C,
B.
bro.
Like
Literally.
high C, like B.
Yeah, high C for me.
I'd-
High C.
I'd put that shit in C.
Yeah, it kind of like falls off like near the end of the song. It's a song that like I feel like needed to be made and like fast turnover after like Kendrick dropped 2 tracks like back to back. Like it definitely needs to be there in this line, but we'll see where it goes. Like we have, this like little 2-week span of, diss track back and forth. Kendrick definitely had like a lot of things ready. We don't know if Drake really leaked like all this information yet because there's no receipts. None of it's like proven to be true or proven to be false. It's all just kind of like speculation and allegations right now. I mean, Kendrick is really like naming like fucking names and shit, and so is Drake. And it's like, who is telling the truth? Is any of this lies? Is it all fucking truth? Are like our favorite fucking artists goddamn woman beaters and fucking pedophiles? Is like the thing to like really think about.
Especially
And
Kendrick being Kendrick, like with his
I'm gonna be right back,
reputation
guys.
and perception. All right, like where it's just like he's supposed to be like Mr. Morale, like it, like Drake's already been like caught with the Adonis shit, bro. So it's just like, you know, I don't feel like it hurts him as much as it would with Kendrick if they were both telling the truth. Well, the pedophile shit is like a done deal. If that was true, then like yeah, but
yeah, like the daughter thing really doesn't matter.
Alright, though,
It's
boys.
yeah.
Oh, I was gonna try and wrap things up. Go ahead and see what you guys say.
Oh, yeah, like the daughter thing is something that like doesn't really even matter. Like in the moment, like everybody was kind of on that, but even then, everybody kind of like was like, really? Like he has another hidden child? Some people didn't believe it like instantly, and then like Drake like kind of disproving it like at the same time is perfectly fine if he doesn't. The pedophile shit is the thing that he needs to address, not like the fucking daughter thing. The daughter thing doesn't fucking matter. It's like, is the people in your fucking camp like pedophiles? Are you running a fucking sex trafficking ring? Are you doing all this like shit? We need receipts. Like if the fucking like if your house gets raided and shit, like are they gonna find some incriminating like shit? Like the moment that happens, it's kind of over. Like Drake kind of like loses and probably kind of like his career falls off. Not that I ever think like, because you gotta kind of like separate the art from like the artist. It'll always be like that. Like Drake's always gonna have like these banger songs, especially like early Drake. Even like now Drake, like some of his songs are still gonna be bangers, and you're still gonna listen to them. In the back of your mind, you're always gonna be thinking about, damn, did he really diddle those kids?
Damn.
Oh my god.
Nick,
Yeah. That's the way to say
Well,
it, I guess.
I think that's a good way to end off things. Who do we think is winning? You guys tell us. But who do we think we're just winning? Just say their names real fast.
Wow.
stop, fuck him up.
It's definitely just Kendrick,
Yeah.
man. It's
Yeah,
definitely just Kendrick.
it's looking a little one-sided if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
Especially
I feel like literally no matter what Drake says from now on or puts out, like they're just gonna ignore it.
Yep.
Yeah, until like receipts really
But
come
hey,
out, it's go ahead.
it's kind of just like a waiting game on seeing what's true or not.
Yeah.
But I think that's it for us. I think this was a pretty good session. A nice, good welcome back, having all the boys up together. been a while. Hopefully, we come back, get some more topics up for you guys. Maybe some responses will happen within the music.
And we
Let's wait and see.
And we will figure out the webcam situations and the internet situations.
Yeah.
Um,
Webcam situations if you're watching us on YouTube or anywhere else. But
Yep.
yeah, sit with us. Listen to us talk, and we'll improve on our way as we progress. I'm Seafood, joined with Riot, Geo, Makeem, who's currently not here, Legends, and Full Eclipse.
Alrighty.
See you on the next one.
See you guys.